just a second. Didn't notice you. Yeah, I have a new hobby. You can refer to me as, yeah, that neighbor. I've been learning to play the drums for a few months now, but that's not what this video is about. It's about goals, and specifically the ones I have for next year. But I'm finished with today's drumming practice. Let's go outside, because the weather outside is, well, you'll see. Yeah, so the weather is nice. Anyway, goals. My goals for next year. In the last video I went through the logic by which I actually create my goals. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. Or don't, I don't know. But now it's actually time to implement that logic and set some goals for next year. And the big one, the main one, it's an Olympic distance triathlon. Yeah, that's it. Next year I'm gonna do an Olympic distance triathlon. The idea, the hope, the dream is to hit a PB. Granted, I only have one of those. I believe it was like 3 hours, 29 minutes or something like that. The goal is to complete one, to finish an Olympic distance triathlon. The aim is to hit a PB, but as long as I finish one, I'm done. That's it, that's good. So that's the one I'm gonna work for the next 8 or so months. I have yet to actually set the date for the race. It's probably gonna be like July, August, somewhere there. But obviously that also means there are other goals. But those are mainly to help me achieve sort of stepping stones, the smaller ones, you know. But yeah, as it is, a big goal takes a long time. So the sort of corollary of that goal is the fact that I need to train, and therein lies the possibility to lay out goals that sort of work as a stepping stone, sort of milestones, if you will, something that I can actually see throughout the year, you know, every few months, to make sure that I'm performing the way I'm supposed to in order for me to achieve the main goal. I don't know, I just like the word corollary. Probably misused it there, but you know, it's a new word. Cut me some slack. It's like my third language here. So the sort of secondary goals, but still goals nonetheless, are 2,025 kilometers of distance in training and races. Now, that doesn't need to take place before my race. It needs to happen during the year 2025, so as to not make it too big a deal. But that distance includes walking, running, cycling, I don't know, rowing, anything that's you know, distance based. So no weightlifting, no boxing, no drumming. Those don't obviously count. But yeah, 2,025 kilometers. I believe that's more than I've ever done in a year, but given the fact that I'm hopping back on the bike, shouldn't be too much to ask for. And the secondary sort of goal is the same as I had for this year, which is 400 Strava things for activity. What do you call those? Events. And those do include everything. Now, same as this year, they need to be more than 10 minutes unless it's something extremely specific, like I want to do a 2K row on a rowing machine, what have you. But yeah, so 400 of those, which means on average more than once a day. Which, well, you'll see in the next video when I go through this year's numbers. You see whether or not that's doable or not. And then for the tertiary goals, which are there still to aid me achieve that main goal, but maybe not in such a direct way as, you know, distance traveled or times I've worked out. But one of those is I'm gonna lose a minimum of 12 kilos next year. So, you know, December 31st, I'm gonna be 12 kilos lighter than I am on 31st of December 2024. Now, obviously, that's not gonna, you know, make me complete an Olympic distance triathlon, but it will make it easier given the fact that I will be lighter. And also it works as a goal where I can check up on the progress, because it's pretty much linear. It needs to be, you know, a kilo a month at least. But it has a deadline at the end of the year, meaning if on 1 month I don't lose a kilo, I lose 0.8 or whatever, doesn't mean I failed. It just means I need to pick things up a bit. And the second tertiary goal is the same as it was this year: 50 videos uploaded on this channel. I will be including the live ones, which I do more or less every Sunday. But all in all, 50 videos, shorts, long form, live streams, what have you. But at least 50 videos will be uploaded to this channel in the year 2025. And that's it. It's as simple as that. Those are my goals regarding fitness for next year. Obviously there are others. Like, I'm gonna read at least 12 books, fiction or non-fiction, but I'm gonna, you know, up my reading game. And as you can guess, I'm gonna learn to play the drums. And the goal for that one, something that I can measure, is I'm gonna learn to play a song, at least one song, sort of a play along type of thing. Now, preferably should be something more difficult than say Another One Bites the Dust, you know. But given the fact that I've only had that drum set for 2 weeks and I've been taking lessons only for a few months now, so, you know, we'll see how quickly I improve my game. But yeah, gonna learn a song as well. But those are not things I'm gonna keep posting on this channel unless you guys want to hear me play a song at some point, which means I need to figure out how to record the audio and also all sorts of stuff. But that would be fun. Sort of puts a bit more pressure on actually learning to play a decent song. But anyway, I digress. So I do have other goals aside from fitness, but the fitness goals are the ones I'm going to be focusing on this channel. Now, as you can already tell from the types of goals I set for myself, most of them have sort of progression where I can figure out whether or not I'm on the right path, you know, whether or not I'm actually going to succeed. Obviously, like, you know, finishing the Olympic distance, that's something I'll see on the day of the race, see what happens. But regarding like weight loss or distance traveled, I can tell whether or not I'm on track. And based on the timeline left, I can tell whether or not I can still achieve that goal, which offers me sort of checkpoints where I can see and stay motivated. And especially in the beginning, it gives that extra boost if and when I fall off the track and notice that I'm, you know, lacking behind. You know, it still doesn't mean that if, say, in June I've only lost 4 kilos, I can still pick up the pace a bit. But yeah, that's what I'm gonna do next year. Please let me know in the comments what are your goals, because in reality it's not the 1st of January when you need to set them. You really need to figure that stuff out beforehand, and you can start today. You don't need to wait. There's no rule saying that it's the 1st of January, but it's sort of an easy thing. Holy crap. Yeah, new year, new me, all that stuff. But let me know in the comments what are your goals, and please follow through on those. That's the key thing. Whatever it is you set out to do, just actually figure out a way to do it. Because the only way to improve is to improve. But yeah, that's it for this week. I hope each and every one of you has a glorious day. Take care. Bye.